Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video we are going to be doing an unboxing and a little bit of a planner chat. Now I wanted to do a planner chat for every Sunday just to kind of show you guys how everything is going. But we're going to do it a little early, like way early. This is Monday. We're going to start it because I want to talk about a couple things. But we are also first going to do our unboxing. So if you saw my previous video about the pop-up planners and the pouches on sale and the last planner chat, this is the purchase. So we're just gonna grab everything out. Super excited. That's so cute. What else do we have? Oh, I forgot I got that one. And then the actual pouches. Okay, that's all. So let's have a look at all of this and just kind of go over it. You may have seen a lot of these already on YouTube, but it's so different when you have it in your hands yourself. So this one is called Mauve Mood. What you can't see usually is all this teal in here. Let me get it out of the package actually. That'll be better. I didn't realize I couldn't really see online. I don't know if it's my computer color or what. But what are we looking at here? This is kind of like a peachy pink background. Some really pretty yellow flowers, dark red flowers, and some really pretty teal. That is so pretty. That is prettier than I thought it was gonna be. I almost went with two of these because I wasn't sure about this one. Well, I'm glad it's here. You know you have the Laurel Denise signature inside there with the pink. And I'm gonna try to get my mini in there and just show you guys how it fits. And again, I know you've probably seen these videos. I'm gonna put the coil in opposite the zipper. Okay, yeah, it gets in there. There it is. And I could fit some other things in there too. But I wanted to grab this for when I want to take my planner with me. And I can just stick it in here and throw it in my bag. And it's nice and protected. The cover won't get scratched and the pages won't get bent. Super fun. Oh, it's so much prettier than I thought it was going to be, guys. I gotta tell you. Super happy with that. Okay, so let's get this guy out. We'll set that aside. Now for our big one, and this is everything that I thought it would be. The colors, gorgeous. And I forgot we have this little leather pouch sewn on Laurel Denise. How cute is that? Okay, let's get this guy over. The colors here is like an explosion of colors. It is so beautiful. It almost looks like it's embroidered on, but it's actually a print on there, and it's really beautiful. Now, the actual pouch has padding on the side here. It feels like a laptop bag. You know when you get like a little laptop sleeve? That's what it feels like here. And let's see if my freaking planner fits in here. Again, we're gonna do the coil not where the zipper is. Ooh, that slid in super easily. And then that can be zipped up, again, to take in a bag if we're traveling, which we don't do very often. But if I ever just want to take it in my bag in the car, we have that. So these pouches that hold the planners were $6 off of their regular price, which was such a good deal. Okay, so all that out of the way, let's have a look at these guys first. This one is Hidden Blue. This is probably my favorite on the website, but we'll see once they're here. I just love the little sketched florals on there. I think they're so pretty. So we're gonna grab all of these open, and then we'll see which one we're gonna put on. This is Bluebird. And this is the exact same pattern of the pop-up planner, Sleepy Hollow. I should grab that and show you, but this is called Bluebird. And the last is called Plum Party. All right. So 3, and I discussed in my last video, the reason I want these is because I'm starting to highlight on my planners and I don't have the highlighter with me. So I either wait to do the highlighter when I have it with me, or I leave my highlighter somewhere and I'm trying to find what I did with it. So that's the reason I wanted to grab these, because they will fit on each of the planners. So I'm not using one with this, although I could. This is a pop-up planner, but I just wanted to show you the design. It's the same design, just slightly different colors. So like you have like a peachy pink, and this is more like a purpley deep color there. But this is Bluebird and Sleepy Hollow for the pop-up planner. Okay, so let's decide which one is gonna go with which cover. These are my 3 covers. I think this is gonna be a little hard. The sketching on this is actually the same design as this. The different flowers. So that's super fun. I love how they reused designs. Okay, so what are we thinking for this main planner? I'm kind of thinking Plum Party. It just gives it a cute little pop of color on there. We'll get this foam out. All right, so for this particular planner, it slides right on there. Oh, it's upside down. Let's do that again. Okay, so what I wanted to have in here are my work highlighters, which right now are these 3, the blue, the green, and then this darker blue. So the light blue, the green, and the darker blue, because you can see even last night I was planning for Tuesday, but I didn't have the highlighters, so I didn't mark it off. So let's just do this. And now I can use it. And then when I plan tonight I usually plan the night before. I don't usually go too ahead. Now it actually is fine with my planner like this. I feel like it's still fine to write in, to have that pouch there, but let's see, once we get things in there, we might have to remove, you know, things. So I'm gonna put the 3 highlighters in there. I think I wanna put 1 whiteout in there. And then why not just a normal pen that I use, which is my 07 friction pen. It's a great little fit. Okay, so that one is ready. What do you guys think of this color combination? I think it's super pretty, but let me know what you think. Okay, and then they could be switched out as well, but also this cover is changing in September, so we'll see if we switch out this then. The only one that's not going to be able to be switched out is the portrait planner, because it's going to be stretched out. So I'm thinking it could be fun to have the same design with this guy. We'll see. But on the mini, actually, do I need anything for the mini? What am I doing in the mini? So for the mini, I want to keep the Sharpie in there that I use to make my meals, because I am marking them off when I need them. And then again, I'm just going to use my normal pen. I have one of those in here. And we'll do a whiteout. That is super cute together. Okay, so that's going to be set aside. And so that leaves Sleepy Hollow for the portrait planner, which I actually think looks really pretty as well. So this does fit on here, but it's going to be a tight stretch, which I already knew. So I don't know that we're going to switch this one up, but we also don't switch this cover out. So I think Like, yeah, that's just a cute. The patterns together are just really fun. All right, so we have our highlighters for that, and we are using that for our workouts. Workouts are in the red, and the green is the self-care. I also just wanted to point out real quickly while we have this open, I decided to do smaller workout bits. So I did like 10 minutes this morning before I started breakfast for everybody, and then I'll probably maybe do 10 or 15 later instead of like a full track of 20-25 minutes. So we're gonna see how that works, but that's why I have it written here right now, because I didn't want to add it in case I do more exercise later. So I just have it here on a little post-it to show how much I've already done today, and then I can add it up at the end of the day. But these are gonna go in here. I'm gonna have some whiteout in here as well. And I will get pens in all of these. What do we have one here? I have an extra here. So now this is like really nice. I'm excited to have all of this together where I need it, when I need it. So let's grab all these back out. And some fun things you may not notice with these pen pouches, you have a leather pull here. The zipper is really high quality. You also have a different zipper pull color on the different ones. So here you have a cream, here you kind of have like a brown beige or like a taupe, and then here you have a dark blue, and there's more even. So depending on what you're looking for, what design you're looking for, you may have a different color here. So you have lots of choices. So that's basically it for the planner chat. We will do more on Friday and just talk about how this week's planning went. But I just wanted to get these ready like that. So let's get these set aside and we'll finish opening the last two things. This is called Garden Song. And I've had my eye on this for a while. Now this pouch was $5 off, as were the pen pouches. They were $5 off each. So it's really like a buy two, get one free. A beautiful pink inside. And this I was thinking of keeping with my pop-up planner inside the section. Let me see how that fits. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it, but look, it does fit in here. And then when I do the different color highlighters for the subjects, they can be in there, but I kind of think it's too pretty to hide away. So I might get something else to put inside the pop-up planner here, but that's what I originally thought I was gonna do with it. Now we'll see. It could just be like a little travel pouch for my pens and highlighters and whiteout. That is beautiful. Alright, and then our last little feature. Went back and forth on whether or not to get this because I am not a bound planner gal at all. I don't like them. I don't even know that I will use this, but I was kind of interested in it because it's Laurel Denise. So let's look at this, and I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of these. This is a Sunday start. You can choose Sunday or Monday, and it is horizontal. I know a lot of gals went with the Amanda's. I'm gonna get this out. Wow. When the gals talk about how soft this is, like, you have not felt a planner like this. That is so crazy. It feels like velvet on top of this cover. That's insane. It almost feels like something's getting on your hands. It's so soft, but it's not. Okay, well anyway, this planner with the beautiful inside. Ooh, and this is the, look at the florals are in there, or the Ice Queen cover from Laurel Denise that I really want. But let's flip through. We just have like the normal Laurel Denise front pages here. But again, they moved this welcome page and the scan page first, so you could like cut it out if you wanted to. And then you have your name page that goes straight into your year at a glance or yearly overview and your first month. These are actually really big squares. I may have to find a purpose for this. Look at all that space. That's insane. I have mentioned this before. I've never seen a planner that starts Sunday, well, Sunday or Monday, whatever day you start with, all the way down and just goes all the way across instead of having some days here and some days here. But the reason I'm not really into a bound planner is you can't really bend it back on itself, you know? I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to do it. But, there's got to be a use for this. The paper quality is really high. I don't know, gals. So anyway, I just wanted to check it out, see what it was all about. I know we have the 2 different color ribbons here. So you can find your place, like maybe the darker pink is your monthly and the lighter pink is your weekly. However you're gonna do it. I don't know, it almost feels like this could be on a planner stand for your monthly because it's so big. But then what do you use your weeklies for? I did just set up a journal planner, which that will be on the channel soon, in my Franken planner, and I kind of thought this could work for it, but I really wanted the monthly for thoughts. But I think I could change to this. No. The reason I put the journal planner in my main planner is because, look at this nice pocket back here, which if you guys have seen the reviews of these, this isn't really a review, I'm just unboxing and looking at it. And I have no experience with bound planners except a Clever Fox for a little bit, but this feels much higher quality than that. That's just, this cover is crazy, guys. All right, so we'll see what we're gonna do with this. I just set up the journaling planner in my Franken planner. At night, I like having just one planner on my lap, writing, and then flipping over and doing the journaling without having like a separate section. I was considering adding a Bible planner back to my Franken planner. Could I do that for this? I don't know if I want it separate, but look at all the room there is to write. Maybe that's what we could do. So I'm gonna work that out, but I'm just unboxing it right now. Maybe by the time I finish this planner chat video on Friday, I will have a little more thoughts on what I'm going to do with this, but I am glad I got it. A lot of space. Yep, we got to figure out something for it. So I will let you know when I figure that out, but I just want to get on real quickly, do the unboxing, show you the things that I grabbed. Let's get them all out here so that you can see. Again, the pen pouches were essentially buy 2 get 1 free. It was actually even cheaper than a buy 2 get 1 free. This guy was $6 off. That is nothing to scoff at. And then another 10% with my code, which I have here. I will show you. My code TAMBER10. Tamber, T-A-M-B-E-R 10, all together. You will get another 10% off, so it'll be even less than buy 2 get 1 free. But forget the code, you still get a buy 2 get 1 free price deal. It's not written as that, but that's what it ends up being. And then look at this pouch and this pouch. Whew. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so stay tuned and we'll carry on with this planner chat on Friday. So now it's Friday and it's just time to finish our little planner chat, but there have been a couple things that I have been thinking about this week. One is that I have too many planners. I don't really love having so many planners, and the Laurel Denise planners are designed so that you can use only one planner. You don't have to use several planners. But it was fun when I first got them to just kind of have these other little planners that I can do things in, like my little meal planner. Super cute and fun. But I am reconsidering for September if I just start putting this into my main planner. So even though it's super cute and easy to notice, I do have this planner, that's why I was using it. I just don't want to overdo it with planners by having so many. So we'll see. I'm going to keep using it this month and finish out the month, and then we'll see in September if I still feel like it's a lot. I'll talk to you about why I think it's a lot. All I did was add one planner, and I think it's just thrown it off enough. But real quickly, I wanted to talk about my planner pouches. If you go to the Laurel Denise website and type in TAMBER10 as a promotional code at the end when you're about to check out, you will get 10% more off of your cart total. And these planner pouches are $5 off right now. So if you buy 3 of them, you're essentially getting buy 2 get 1 free. So it's a really great deal. Some of the bigger pouches are also $6 off right now. So this is my mini. What I'm thinking for the sake of this planner chat is that I might want to reintegrate meals, and I can still use a pip into my September main planner. The same thing with the budget. I haven't really been using the eBay pages yet. I want to, but I'm wondering if I could just have a page back here that could take care of the budget as well. So this mini planner, I don't know if it's gonna stay for September, but it's still early days, so we'll see. I'm gonna finish out the month. I do really love how cute it is and how everything's so organized. It's just having different planners to carry around. It's always kind of been my pet peeve. So we'll see where that goes. But do remember, Tamper 10, if you go to Laurel Denise website, click on the top sale section and it'll show you everything that's for sale. And then you can look at other items too while you're there, like accessories. She has a lot of great stuff on her website. And it's just kind of fun to look around sometimes. And these have just been really cute. And I have to say, incredibly helpful. I love having all the highlighters, white out everything. So when my planner's on my lap, I actually slide this off and set it next to me when I'm writing. And then I have everything that I need to plan in each planner. So it has been really helpful. So I'm loving this purchase. They're so cute and they're incredibly, incredibly useful. All right, my thoughts might be a little scattered right now. For my wellness planner, I still love this thing. I know it's a separate planner. Previously in July, I was using a vertical Laurel Denise that I had popped in together with my main planner, and I did like having it all together, but this planner is just so fun and cute to use. Like, I really do love it. So this is still really fun. It is a joy to write in. You can see I've been slacking off some workouts. Hopefully I get something today. Then I can have at least 3 for this week. I love the space that it has. I love how it's separate. It's super fun and cute to be in. So this planner will stay in September. I'm only really considering implementing the menu planner and the budget planner into my main. But let's talk about my main real quickly. How it's working. And the truth is, I really just love this. I always want to know where this is. I have my timeline here. I am considering only maybe bumping off the last 2 times here, ending at 1800, which is 6 p.m. And that could make room for my menu. It'll be 4 more lines, and I could put breakfast on 2 lines and then dinner on 2 lines. So that's what I'm considering for September. But like I said, I already have this set up. It's super cute and fun, so I am gonna keep it. But you can see I'm literally just writing, you know, what we're having. So if I move the timeline down a little, I'll have those 2 extra spaces for that. So that's like a little solution, although I don't know still, because the mini planner is just so cute and fun to flip through. So yeah, I do just think, like, I mean, look how fun and cute this is. It just seems like a waste of a planner. Even though this will be outdated, this can always be redated because it's just such a fun, cute planner if I need it for something in the future. So that's kind of what I'm considering now. And then I thought for budget pages, I could pop some extra vertical because I have all of January through June from the vertical, because I bought a 2025 planner, January to December, but I bought it in July. So it was already some outdated, but I could pop some extra pages back here as budget pages, or I could just do this whole section right here as budget and just make everything smaller. This is super fun and cute, and it has been helping me keep track of my grocery budget, and I love having this over here as well. So I do like a lot of things about it, but I kind of feel like it's unnecessary. It's a fun way to use a mini vertical. If you have like a different budget than what I have, a mini vertical could be perfect as a budget planner. I only have a grocery budget and I have no incomes. That is not as necessary. So I do think it could fill out in a couple pages in the back. This is just what I'm thinking right now. And I also have room over here to write my purchases, just how I have done in the monthly here. So I think it could work out that way to mesh them all into my main. So mesh menu and budget into my main. But we'll see. I'm just spitballing right now. So I feel like I have a little too many planners, and I'm not posting this video now, but I did set up a journaling planner, and and we're not going to show this side, but I'm just writing a few things down. This is how it looks. It's kind of messy, but I'm just kind of writing some thoughts or some things that happened for the day. So this was essentially the 8th planner, and it was just too much. So this is going to go away in September. If I have some thoughts, I think I'll just write them maybe in the back pages of, this is a project planner back pages, but I'll be moving to a regular planner that has dot grid and grid for September, and then I can put, you know, some thoughts if I need to in the back of that. But it was set up super cute. I like it. I am going to finish it out this month, and who knows, I may really love it and, you know, want to keep it in September. But right now I'm thinking of just popping this back out and having a few thoughts in the back. So that got me up to 8 planners, and that was frustrating. So that includes the meal planning, the budget planner, and the journaling planner, or 3 extra planners that could just be taken care of and, you know, gone. Now my work planner is still working really well. I like having the 1 channel, the 2nd channel, and the 3rd channel. Have been filming very small clips for the other 2 channels, so hopefully next week I will start loading. It takes some editing, and I want to have at least 5 videos per channel before I even start uploading, so I just don't lose momentum. So that is the hold up there, but it is going really well to have this planner. The other thing I did think of is I could just pop in some extra horizontal pages here, or again in my main if I want a couple journaling pages. And then let's say I pop it back here with my budget pages. We'll do that setup on camera together, and you can kind of see what I'm thinking. Let's just say I do want a couple journaling pages. I could pop a couple in, white out, and put whatever date it is that I'm feeling like journaling. And it wouldn't have to be every day. But I don't know if it's necessary. I've never been a real journaler, at least, you know, not since my teens. So I go back and forth with that. But my work planner, what I want to say about this is it's giving me plenty of space, even though I didn't love how I sectioned this off across. I have places to write video ideas. I have my subscribers, my subscriber count. I have everything on here. So I'm still really liking this. The horizontal layout is my favorite layout, and I'm just gonna go over this again in case you haven't seen my other videos. This is the planner channel right here, and I can see the entire week of things that I wanted to get done and maybe still need to do. I just need to check some of these off actually, but it shows me what I actually did for the whole week, which I love, or things that I still need to do for this week that I want to get done. I also had a little room to write like what videos I want on what days in these other 2 channels. And then having the monthly over here where I can write what I'm uploading on what day. I love it. So this is working out so well. I love using it vertically so I can just see the list of things that I did this week. And I was using this as my main planner, and I was doing the same thing, work, clean, and personal over here. And I still had this down list of things that I was doing. But once I switched from this planner, vertical layout, to the portrait planner for my wellness, it opened up this planner to be my main planner. And because I did miss time blocking, even though it's very similar every day, there's a few things different in there. Like when I went out with the boys, took my mom to brunch, you know, there's different things in here that do change. So I like having it. And then my main also has like birthdays and anniversaries over here. If you didn't see those setup videos, most of this page is cleaning, and it's gonna stay that, what I wanna do for cleaning over here. And then I am keeping the project planner. So what I'm thinking of the project planner is just still the rooms, the different rooms that I want to go through one by one, just make sure they're completely updated, like the paint on the ceiling is touched up, everything is decluttered. Yeah, so room by room of the house, I'm going to use this until every room is just completely like up to par of what I want. This month I do have some catching up to do, but everything is moving along. There's that time in between where it feels like nothing's getting done, but obviously things are getting done. And I'm hoping it'll go really fast at the end once you get all the decluttering, which can take forever, and things moved around. So I do think this will mostly be done by the end of the month. I haven't been super consistent with my habit trackers, but I have been consistent on writing a couple things that I've been doing during the day to get these goals taken care of. So this has to stay because I want every room in the house on here. And if I have to move something like, I don't know, the bedroom or maybe the offices actually, because that's a pretty big job with painting, and even there's this a few things I did to my husband's office that need to be changed out. That's going to be pretty big projects. So I'm guessing offices will be in next month as well. But this planner is staying. So right now I have the 4 planners in here. My main, my work, and the project planner, and those 3 are going to stay. The 4th planner, this journaling planner, is not going to stay. It's going to be implemented some other way, at least from what I'm thinking right now. So this is just a planner chat to just kind of update you on how everything's going. I love the horizontal planner of Laurel Denise. I love the space of it, and I love how Sunday through Saturday, all right down the line, you can see your days. So that's why I thought it'd be fun to have it as a journaling planner. I don't think I'm a journaler right now. Again, I have my pouch right here that has my highlighters for my work planner. I use 3 different colors right now, and I was practicing around, playing around with some highlighters for like cleaning and eBay, separate colors to help it pop out, and I kind of like it. So we might incorporate a couple more colors for next month, but this planner stays as is. Portrait planner stays as is. Meal and budget planner, even though they turned out super cute, I mean, we still have 2 weeks, so we'll see. But I'm thinking those might change up a little. Now to the pop-up planner. I had a really fun time setting this up this week for homeschool, which is starting on Monday. This is Friday. So I got everything set up here for the week. And I just wrote small, and I was able to get everything on there. The setup video of this is on the channel. This pop-in tracker, this is just a normal Laurel Denise insert of a tracker. And what I was thinking, I originally thought I was going to do attendance like this. Let's zoom in here. Where I had number 1, number 2, number 3 for each child. And then I would just check it off if they were there that day, which most of the time they're always in school unless somebody's sick. And then I would count the attendance up here. But then I thought, so what if I write the month, August 2025, and one of my son's names, August 2025, another son's name, and then check that way as a habit tracker, and then it's here. So I think that could also work really well, and I could still do the total on here. So that's why I have this out. I just thought of it. I thought it was a pretty good idea. So I'm popping it in here in case I decide to use it. And then it would just have to be turned, you know, on the side to write in and check off. And that way I don't have to keep writing 1, 2, 3 every day. I can just check. So I think this is like a really good attendance keeper, a little habit tracker. As long as you have the month and the name, I think it's gonna be really great. So I popped that in there as well. Now, when I was doing my homeschool setup, I still have a section up here that could be good for notes or supplies that I'm gonna need for this week. I'm gonna be working on the rest of that today and then some on Sunday to really get ready and have everything fit for Monday. I did design another layout that I really ended up liking, and I kind of wish I had done this week. But now that I think about it more, I'm not sure if it's even needed, because this is actually probably enough. Like, I also did color code the actual subject, so I did a mesh around this week just to show a different subject with the highlighting colors. But now I have, for instance, like Bible, every time will be purple, and then they'll eventually get to know if they see purple, you know, it'll be Bible. So I wanted to do that. But let's jump to September, because that's where I did this extra page. I really like how this looks. I just don't know if I'm gonna wanna set it up every time when I don't need it. So I did this block layout, which I really like. These are just examples I was showing in case you have multiple children that are doing science. You could do the number of child or the initial of the child and do what lesson they're all on. And you could do that all the way across. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this could completely be a homeschool teacher type block planner. I whited out the days and dates up here and just turned it into a block layout, top and bottom. But you'd have to flip this up to see the top. So I think it's super cute. I love the amount of room that everything has. So I don't know. I'm definitely gonna do this a couple of weeks, and then this week it's already set up, so I'll erase what doesn't pertain to our homeschool, and I will fill this out for our homeschool. I think that'll be fun, even including the highlighting of the subjects. I might switch around these subjects a little more. That will be in a different setup video. And when I do use this, and see this whole section over here is notes, it could be notes for the actual subject that's over here. That could be supplies and stuff. So it has so much room. I really like this layout. I just don't know if it's needed but it also gives you so much space so it doesn't look cluttered and crowded. So I like that too. So we'll see. I'm definitely gonna try this for a couple weeks. I don't know when. Obviously August is already decorated, so it's not gonna be for August. This is the second week in September, the 8th through the 12th. So we'll definitely do it this week, and then we might do it the week after. The only thing about that layout, if I wanted to do it all the time, is this first week doesn't have a little weekly page back here. So what I was gonna do, since I clip mount my pages anyway, I was gonna come back and pull this last week, put it in the front for just the week, and then and do the block layout, and then when I'm done with it, pop it back in the back. So that's the option there, but that something would have to happen for this first week. So maybe we'll set that up together on camera, just to do the first 2 weeks of September like this and see how I like it. But I just love the space, and I love how the organized grid of it. It just looks very, it's a list, but like a spaced out list. Where right now I just have like a pretty crowded list. It's functional though. So I do really like how this ended up being set up. Also back here, let's get back to our month. In a previous video, we set up all of these subjects. Yesterday, we got our Q1 subjects laid out, and then this is where I did Bible's purple, you know, Math's orange, etc., down the line for all of Q1. So if I want to change out a subject or two for the different quarters, you obviously have your core that's going to be there anyway, but some of these other things could be changed out or have a deeper focus on something for the other quarters. So just set up nice and easy here, and I set these up, I showed this in the last video, where I can turn it around and see it on the back for both of these, and then the kids have this side. So their side, my side, to do a quick look. And it's not something I have to reference all the time, so it doesn't have to be there all the time. But here we are, ready to start on Monday. If you didn't see that video, I did white out Saturday and Sunday. I put all the Bible readings over here on Sunday, and then PE over here on Saturday. I do a Sunday start, but you can choose Sunday or Monday start on all Laurel Denise planners, which is pretty amazing. All right, so that is the discussion for the pop-up planner. Nice and ready to go for in a couple days. I feel so much better now that that is set up and ready to do. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is this planner here. I had this in the unboxing that was actually this video, so it's only been like maybe a couple minutes since you've seen it, but it's been a couple days since I first opened it. And I've been going back and forth, but I wanted to maybe use this as a Bible planner, but then when I added the journaling planner, it really felt like too much. So I would still like to do this. Right now I've just been reading, and if I want to write something down, I keep it in a notebook, but the problem is my notebooks, I have so many just around that I grab whichever one, so there's no, there's no coordination or organization. It's like one set of notes might be in this notebook, another set of notes might be in this notebook. So that's why I wanted to do it here. I cut up a Post-it and just put like main events of what I read, the main people, main ideas, context, and maybe something that I learned. And then I had the Torah over here. So this would be the Torah portion for the whole week. And I split it up into different readings, which I would write here. So I'd write the daily breakdown on all the days, and I would write the full Parsha and the Haftorah over here. That was the idea. I did have a Bible planner earlier in the year. It was just something that I would do the reading, but I wouldn't always write. I do like it when I write though. I feel like it's a little reflection time. So the reason I didn't get this set up, I really wanted to set it up this week, is this would be the 9th planner. And I'm like, nah, I can't be a person with 9 planners. I mean, it's totally fine if you can keep up with it, but I like to use my planners every day, and getting into 9 planners every day is overwhelming. But if we take these 2 away for September and the journaling planner away, that's 3 away, that's 5. One of them is the boys planner, so that doesn't count as much. So that would be 4 of personal planners, and then this could be added on there. So it would be 5 total. So then I would have 3 in my main planner, my wellness planner, which would be 4, and this would be 5th personal planner. And that I think I could do, so that wouldn't stress me out as much. However, I do think I'm gonna set this up. So yeah, I think I should just set it up. This is a perfect planner for that. I love the amount of space to write, and I love how it's like all across. Horizontal planners make really good like journaling or Bible planners, and so this one is like top notch for that. You can see the whole week of like what events went on. I'll be able to see, so let's go back to this page. I'll be able to see all the events that happened in the Torah Parsha. I'll be able to see all the people, all the main ideas, go through the context and what I learned. So I really love it. I would set it up again as a vertical with some washi. Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm handling this, I do kind of want to put it in the rotation. So for this month, I will just make it my 9th planner. It makes me crazy. I guess 8 personal because this is the boys, but next month, yeah, things are going to have to change, I think. It's just not going to work to have 9 personal planners. For me, it's just a little too much. So I think that wraps up our planner chat, and just really went over how everything is working, how I'm liking everything, what I'm using, the new pouches, and then what I'm considering doing for September. I have to tell you, I love the Laurel Denise planners more than any other planner I've ever had. It just makes sense for my brain to have the monthly there. It's just like an extra spot to write, and I'm not just wasting the monthly. So again, if you like anything you saw, or if you like anything that you see on the Laurel Denise website, if you type in my code TAMBER10 at checkout, there's no space, you will get an extra 10% off. She has a lot of great sales. All these pouches, $5 off. And if you buy 2, it's essentially like getting 1 free. It doesn't say that on the checkout, but that is what the price would be if you bought 3 originally. If you get a sale pouch, it'll be like buying 2, get 1 free. And then the other pouches, the bigger pouches, were $6 off each, which is now, they end up being, they're like 30, almost 34% off of the original price. So it's such a good deal for everything that you get. Beautiful choices. I really think you guys will love it. If you've been thinking about them, this is the time to buy. And honestly, no matter what planner you have, these pen pouches are pretty amazing. If you have a happy planner, as long as it has a strong, sturdy cover, you can grab these pen pouches and put them on the front of your cover. So next Sunday, we will do another planner chat and just see how everything is going and working out. But until then, thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.